Today, fifth graders, in our lesson, we are going to be adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. So I wanted to give you a quick review because you are going to see videos to review, but just a quick overview. So if I had the fraction 5, 6 plus 2 twelfths, how can I add these two together? First of all, you can never add or subtract fractions with unlike denominators. Remember, the name for the number at the top of the bar is called the numerator. The name under the bar is called the denominator. These are unlike. That means they are not the same number, so you cannot add them. If this was 6 5 twelfths plus 2 twelfths, I would add the top and just bring over the bottom. So I have to make the 6 and 12 the same number. So if I know my multiples of 6, I could say 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Oh, I can make this 6 become a 12. Now, if I had another number that this 6 couldn't turn into, I would have to do the multiples of 6 and the multiple of 12 or the multiple of whatever the denominator is until I find a number, a product that would be the same. If that's not making sense, it will when we start doing it. So how can I make the 6 into a 12? By multiplying it times 2. Now, whatever I do at the bottom, I have to do it to the top. So if I have to multiply this times 2 to turn this to 12, and I'm going to rewrite my fraction, whatever I did at the bottom, I have to do it at the top. So I have to multiply the 5 times the 2, which turn it into 10. 10 over 12 is the equivalent to 5 over 6. But that's another lesson that you should have had in fourth grade. But if not, we will review. Now I can just write my 212 because it's already a 12. Now I'm ready to add. So 10 plus 2 is 12. And never add the denominator, just bring them over when they're the same. Now remember, 12 over 12 is the same as what? The whole. So if I had a pie and I cut it into 12 pieces and I ate the 12 pieces, that means I ate the whole pie, one whole. So now that is a review of how to add fractions with unlike denominator. Before I can add, I must make the denominator the same by finding the multiples of both denominators. Now I want to review, let's clear this, and I want to review how to subtract fractions with unlike denominators. And I'm going to just make up a number, 5 over 8 minus 4 over, let's say, 16. Can I subtract? No. Why? Because these have to be what? The same. So I find all the multiples of 8. That means, say, my 8 facts and the multiple of 16. So, but if I start saying 8 times 1, 8 times 2, oh, I'm going to get the 16. So I'd have no need to find the multiples. So 8 times 2 is 16. And whatever I did at the top to get this 16, I have to do it whatever I did at the bottom, I must do it at the top. So I said 8 times 2 gave me 16. Rewrite my fraction. So I have to multiply the 6 times 2, and that becomes 12. Now I can subtract. 4 sixteenths. 12 minus 4 is 8. Put my equal sign. 16. So I can simplify, make this smaller. 8 divided into 8 one times. 8 divided into 16 two times. That's like a half. Remember, we learned how to do this in fourth grade. If you've forgotten, we will have a quick review. Before we continue the lesson, we will go over these. So let's continue in class. All questions will be answered, and we will practice before we complete the HMH for today.